joining me now. I'm setting up all the computers here, going live in just a moment. Happy to see you here, everybody. Welcome. I'm Rob Booker, if you haven't seen me lately. I am back on and live. I'm just checking the volume levels on everything here. Nice to see you. If you're joining us live, happy to have you here together with me. Let's see here. Can you hear me all right is the big question. And glad to have you here. Excited to be along with you for a trend trading session here. If you are joining me for the first time, welcome. Happy to see you here. That's my book, Adventures of a Currency Trader. I'm also the author of Trading by Faith. And what I'm going to do here is just double and triple and quadruple check that everything seems to be working okay. And then we're going to get this party started. So bear with me while we check on that and check things out and just make sure that everything is working properly. It's always possible that things aren't working properly. And in that case, I just want to make sure that that's the case. Yeah, all right, we're good. Okay, I'm the best-selling author of Adventures of a Currency Trader. I'm also the author of Trading by Faith, which many of you have read. And today is the launch date for my brand new class, Booker Trends. I'll give you more information about that right here. If you're on Facebook, you can already see the link, or you can just go to bookertrends.com. We're working on a jingle right now. We don't have a jingle quite yet. Just kidding. We're not working on a jingle. But I do want to talk to you today about something that's been on my mind for a long, long time. And it's been a really popular subject across all trading in stocks and currencies and futures and whatever else. And it all starts with the story of those turtle traders. You remember those turtle traders? So back in 1876, Abraham Lincoln and Richard Dennis, or maybe it was 1976, and it was just Richard Dennis. But anyway, Richard Dennis and his business partner, Steve Jobs, I'm sure I've got that wrong also, had an argument in the office. And their argument was, could you teach someone to trade? Could you literally just give someone a bunch of rules and could you teach them to trade? And thus began the fabled story and history and mythology around the turtles. The turtle traders traded futures contracts, and there were a number of people admitted to the program. They were taught a set of rules by Richard Dennis, and only a few of them were able to survive and obey the rules of the trend trading system. And those that survived, or all of them, were called the turtles, and all they did was follow a system which was a breakout of an average daily range and whatnot, and they were supposed to just follow the rules. And what has happened now is that although those people were successful, these rules, although they can still apply, theoretically, it's really tough for you as a day trader and me as a day trader to actually make any money with those rules. Now, if you want to trade those rules automatically, I'm going to show you how you can do it. But I also want to talk to you about a better way to think about trend trading. And it starts with the basic principles of successful trend trading. And I want to share those with you today, and I want to continue to share those with you over the course of the next few days. So rule number one of effective trend trading is going to be, of course, the risk to reward ratio. Let's say that this is your reward to risk ratio. Let's put the reward in front. Your reward has to be 10 to 20 times greater than your loss. So let's say that your average losing trade is $100. Your winning trades need to be $1,000, $2,000. Because as a trend trader, your win percentage is most likely going to be low. That's number one. The problem is, just because you set a profit target that is massively larger than your loss doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. In fact, it can just absolutely ensure that you're not successful. So principle number two that most people don't talk about when it comes to trend trading is you have to have a system that anticipates anticipates is from the Greek word anticipates, which was Aristotle's actually best friend in junior high. They used to hang out together by the swing set and smoke oysters behind the gym. That's not actually true. Okay, in order to be a trend trader, you need to have a system that doesn't just catch a trend once it's already obvious. It needs to anticipate the potential for a trend. And the reason for that is there are so many people following the same set rules of trend trading that have been around forever that those systems and those methods start to break down, because once everyone knows it's a trend, it's probably too late to do anything about it. However, if you have a system that effectively anticipates trends, then you can start trend trading before it's obvious to everyone else that you are in a trend. Now, there's a problem with this. This is the age-old problem of developing systems that actually work. There are only a few financial instruments in the world left that you can do this with. And some of them are low-priced stocks that most people aren't looking at. In some cases are even the bio stocks, the farm stocks. That's one. And number two, exotic currencies, which most people don't look at, which means we can anticipate something before it starts, and most people aren't looking at it, and that means trend trading isn't necessarily dead. In fact, on these financial instruments, the trends are enormous. And here's what we do. And when you are trading a trend system together with me, here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to look for periods of consolidation, which are rule-based periods of time. Look at that. I made everything just kind of disappear and come back. Periods of time where the market is in consolidation. And what we have to do that on a set number, a small number of financial instruments that have proven to work doing this, anticipating a trend. And then we're going to set trades up which trade the breakout in either direction. Now, years ago, I created an automated system that did this, and I have revised that automated system, refined it, improved it, and rebuilt it. And it's the best that it's ever been. So what we want to do is we want to watch for this period of consolidation, and then we want to trade these breakouts in either direction. And we want to have a profit target that is 20 times greater than the loss. So on average, the profit target will be at least 20 times, and in some cases larger than the loss. Now, I'm not looking at any of your questions or comments right now because I'm live and because I'm doing all of this by myself, so I'm sure there are questions coming through. There may even be the occasional troll or jerk inside of the session, in which case we just want you to know that we love you and we're sorry that everyone was mean to you in school. And there's no need to be aggressive here. We love you. Okay, but I know most of you are happy to be here. All right, so this is part of the brand new system that I'm going to teach. Now, I'm going to continue talking to you about this all week long, but on Saturday, I'm doing a live webinar to kick this off and teach this system, share the new indicator, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. That's the website that you go to be a part of it. I'm not asking for some gigantic investment. I'm asking to be paid for my time when I teach a course. I've actually hired the 19th ranked trader in the world to be on our team. That's out of everybody in Europe and even all over the world. One of my lifetime members, Jason Smith, is helping to teach this class. He's ranked 19th in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if he's ranked higher than that already. And he's been given now over $100,000 to manage from DarwinX. He's the real deal. He's going to help me teach this class. And I'm going to compensate him for that. So if you go to this website, I'm going to ask you to buy something. I'm going to ask you to come along for the ride, and this is going to be a fantastic time. So I'll let the website explain all of that, but what I want to do is I want to teach you this method for trading these breakouts. I want to teach you this method for anticipating trends when they come out. I want to share this with you, what I'm doing now and what I'm going to do over the next 30 days. There's a little message on that website about what I want to do in the very near future over the next 30 days. But I'll let you figure out what it is when you hop over. Once again, that link, I don't know why, my monitor is really enjoying giving me a hard time today. Check that out. That's pretty crazy. All right. So go to Booker Trends.com. Grab a spot inside the class. I love you all. Thanks for being here. You're the best ever. I will see you on the other side. Bye for now, everyone. Do 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 do.